Lance?
What's it's not Thursday? What are we doing?
There might be one or two other things on the agenda, but nothing really much. Like, yeah, it's just kind of, we had some time. We got thrown off from the power outage of last week, and
probably some honorary degrees from Harvard and Yale and insert some other Ivy League school.
Brown,
Cornell. What's up, Aaron?
What's
Professor
up, everybody?
Reindeer Star, yes.
Professor Reindeer Star.
Flying high in the sky.
Yeah, so we might as well talk about this, I guess, first. Then we'll record these intros real quick. And let everyone kind of ruminate on the idea, because we need to throw it back at you guys for some ideas, some help with this.
Right. Yeah. We've been stewing on it for a little while. So
we
need to put it out to the people, to the folks, to the masses.
Let
them eat cake. Hello, Shannon.
Hello, Criminal Perspective. Hello, everybody. Jillian, Aaron, Jared, Michelle. What is up? So yeah, we're entering this course. It's sort of a course that we're going to teach. It's going to be an audio course, and it is sort of like a how to I guess launch a well actually, this is one of the problems. We need a good title for it, but it's essentially like as many parts as we need, which will be like over a dozen recordings. I'm sure probably a dozen hours of this course of how to basically do what we've done with these podcasts and our shows.
Right. Think Masterclass. So there's that program called Masterclass where an expert in a particular field will do an online course. That's very similar to this. It's an online course, and it is centered on basically how to create from scratch a podcast, and balancing the business of the podcasting with the emotional aspect, and then the factor of victim advocacy, maintaining connections with victims' families, everything that's just sort of in that bucket of podcasting is all then separated into separate buckets, and we're going to give our I guess professional instruction for anybody who wants to do this. There's a lot of insider information that we're going to give away on this, and it's not like we hold back information intentionally at all. It's just we don't know how.
Well, we've never had a reason to talk about this.
Yeah, exactly.
This course is going to let us, give us the opportunity to talk about.
Yeah, exactly. We don't know what's important overall, because we talk internally and it makes sense for us, and we don't necessarily see, oh, this is very beneficial for other people. And we're working with a lovely woman named Charlotte, who is the CEO of this company, and she's developing the syllabus with us. And she was the one who was like, this is all really valuable information for anybody who wants to start off.
Yeah. And you don't have to. Shannon said, I want to do this, or I don't want to do this, but can I still listen anyway? Yeah, you can listen and essentially take the course. And you don't have to launch a podcast if you don't want to. But I think that is the intended audience. Obviously, you don't have to. There's no grade or anything like that. But it would help you from start to finish, and specifically like the true crime investigation stuff.
And one of the things that we need to roll around, and just to get people's feedback on this, what's a value that you'd put on this? Because that's something that we've been going back and forth with this company on, because it's going to be subscription based, so you're going to pay for it. What is the value there? Like, how much would you pay for a multi-course online? If you were just, interested in starting a podcast, seriously interested, and you saw the value in this information, what's a number?
Nice.
That's a good number.
$10,000. Yeah. Great question. What would you put the value on? Again, it's like, it's hard to explain, I guess, for us. Like, I think it's best used if you are going to launch this podcast. So there's a chance that the audience for this product, like, isn't, well, it definitely isn't every listener. We'll say that right now. I'm sure every single one of our listeners wouldn't want to hear it, nor pay for it. So we don't really know how many people we're pitching this to, but it is something we want to do. So yeah, a couple of things we need to find out is, what do you think is fair to pay for it? And what do you think is a good title for it?
99 cents an episode.
Yeah, I guess it would probably be broken down to maybe like 12 or 13 episodes. But again, I think it's a really small audience, essentially, that we're promoting it to, as far as directly to our listeners. The company that we're working with they're trying to tell us that they charge like $1,000 for something like this. And we were like, whoa, pump the brakes. What are you talking about? And we were like, we don't know anyone that would pay that.
Right.
And so we talked them down as basically as low as we could. And so we were somewhere in like the 250 range, I think, right now.
Yeah, so, Shannon. Yeah.
Okay. So Shannon says she was just typing 250 to 500. Yeah.
A solid $9.99. I love it. Yeah. So yeah, the conversation I thought was a joke at first when we were talking to Charlotte, and she said we kept saying, like, we kept giving numbers, and she kept giving us the up sign, like that, and we were like, okay, this is getting very uncomfortable. And then we had another meeting with her the following week, and Tim and I, in the meantime, had talked, and we were like, we can't do that. We can't do $999 for the course. So we talked to her, and she was surprisingly agreeable. And we were like, what is the lowest that we could do, and make it worth everybody's time and effort? And yeah, we were thinking in the 250 range. So that's probably what it's going to end up being for about 12 or 13 seminars. I guess you'd call them. And yeah, we still need a title, and yeah. Oh, that the cost. That's what I was going to say. That can be, we'll confirm that with Charlotte, but we asked if that could be broken up monthly. So you could do like a monthly subscription and pay that over the course of a few months. And she said that was possible. She said yes. So yeah, monthly subscription, $250. Yeah. My math is absolutely terrible right now.
Well, really good response here in the chat room. Everyone's saying that around that cost, 200, 250 sounds about right. Shannon and Chris say that. Astrid, how's it going, Astrid? She says masterclass is 200 for all courses. So, and the monthly sub idea is definitely a welcome one. So that's pretty cool. That's great feedback. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Oh, we got a message from shout out Susan for a name.
Oh, yes, please.
Podcast U with a capital U, like university, by Crawlspace.
I like that. That's pretty good.
Interesting. Yeah.
I think we need something like how to create like an investigative true crime podcast. Like I think it needs to be something like that. But I do like that angle, Podcast U. Yeah. Shout out Susan is right. Why get Susan and get vocal? What's up? And we did test out the app too. So this is kind of a new company. This is not going to be a repeat of the American Crime Fest, the festival that should not be named.
We're gonna bleep that out.
Yeah, but this is a new company. But we have tested their app for this product, and it is really great. It's really, really fluid, and actually definitely designed after like the Apple Podcasts app. You can kind of tell because it's basically the exact same interface, but it's really great, like really clear and
intuitive,
very intuitive, works properly. So yeah, so we did our due diligence on that. This is already a funded company. This is not some bullshit
shell corporation that we know of. that we know of. I'm
And we know.
gonna say we reserve the right to, in a few months, say shit, that was a bad choice. Just kidding. That's not gonna happen.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. And we'll do a little bit more due diligence on the actual investors and things like that. But it does seem like it's all on the level.
No bullshit academy. Oh, one thing that
in the chat room.
One thing that we're going to do is bring on guest speakers from time to time, experts in the particular fields that we're talking about. So I just got reminded because I was looking at Criminal Perspective. I think Chris Duet was actually on our list to bring in as far as some like how to, how to get the proper tattoo. No, just kidding. It would, how to nurture that relationship on the other side of things, on the you're doing both the criminals and you're doing the victim perspective as well. So that was part of the syllabus, I believe.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot in there. We definitely have some guests on the list. We need to confirm them. But yeah, this is something that we're going to start promoting publicly as soon as we can agree on a price, which I think sounds like we're really close to, and a title. Which I don't know if we had any other ideas too. Let me look through my notes. We might have had some ideas that we were throwing around
for titles. I think everyone's on the right track right now with academy or university or something that sounds like collegiate like that.
But I think it needs like a action.
Right. Yeah, there needs to be the call to action. The
right. It's like how to blank.
Maybe that's what it is. How to blank.
Oh yeah. So we were talking about like citizen journalism. I think that I have that as a note, as something in our title box there, like how to go from nobodies to citizen journalists. I don't know, something like that, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And there has to be some indication that this is something that you'll use in your podcasting.
Crawl Space Community College. Man, we walked right into that one.
Yep.
Hey, I love community colleges. I went to one.
Don't diss community colleges. Yeah.
I was on academic probation at a community college, so if I can make it, you can too.
Oh, yes, we'll give a course on reading Madison Reed ads. Speaking of Madison Reed, no one's gotten back to me. God, I think we might have burned a bridge there.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Well, that's a shame. Okay, you want to do these intros? I don't know. Maybe any other ideas on title real quick before we sidetrack real quick to these intros?
I just want to address Astrid's comment there. Masterclass is $100 per class and $200 for all the classes. And you're talking about like De Niro and David Mamet, and she says Woodward and Bernstein. We did bring those exact examples up to Charlotte, up to the company, and said, it's Tim and Lance, like not Woodward and Bernstein, not Steve Martin, and she had a really good answer to that, which I can't really remember off the top of my head.
I think honestly, it was more specificity. Like it was like, you guys aren't like seeing the value that if someone is out there and being like, oh, okay, well, I want to do this. I want to turn some of my investigative armchair sleuthing into a podcast. Where do I go? No one knows. Like very few people actually know where to go. And the podcasters who have done this, like us and all of our friends, they know what we're talking about because they have gotten emails about how do you do that. So we know that people want to know how to do it. So there is an audience for it. It's just not a huge audience, I think.
Right. Yeah. And I know that wasn't the point. I know the point wasn't like, hey, who are you guys when they got De Niro? It was it was like,
it's sort of the opposite point, I feel like.
Yeah,
right? The reason they're doing it is because they're famous. The reason we're doing it isn't because we're famous. It's because there is a niche and people who actually want to hear it, I think. Does that make sense? Or am I just blowing smoke up my own butt?
No, that's pretty much what Charlotte said. She said, how in depth do they go? She said, have you ever watched one of those? Have you ever taken one of those? How in depth do they go? What we're talking about right now is like triple the amount of in depth, the real nitty gritty.
Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah, we'll get people on, like, Armchair Detective. He'll do a course.
Oh no! Don't mention Armchair. Oh no.
Oh yeah, no. Let me check my email.
Yeah.
Sure, I got an email
Prompt
from him.
another several emails from him.
Oh no shit. He actually did email.
Really?
I'm dead serious.
Oh my god, you're right. Oh my god.
Exclusives. Breaking news.
He with like an urgent with that like urgent sign too. Stop.
Oh
it.
yeah.
Stop it.
Oh, that's great. Oh my god.
I'll look at it. I'll look at it in a while. We'll look at it.
Yeah, I'm gonna read it right now.
So, any ideas on title? Like how to
dig deeper? You
becoming a citizen journalist? Does that track at all? Does that make sense? Are we even that? I'm not sure how self-aware I'm sounding right now. No, Michelle says no.
Okay,
no. Jared
no,
says
solid no. Okay.
Solid no's.
It's gotta have some. It has to have some pop to it. It has to have some fire to it. Crawling into journalism.
I like that.
I like that. Kicking and screaming.
But then shouldn't it be like creating a true crime podcast from scratch or something like that, like as general as possible? That's pretty good, Chris.
Ethics in production, true crime podcasting. Take a screenshot of that bad boy.
Yeah. Ethics and production. Yeah.
Yeah. Send that right over to Charlotte.
Podcasting.
Send the bill. Send the bill to Wormtown. Address it to the worm. The worm of Wormtown. Ooh, that's good too. How not to fail at podcasting. That's not bad.
You probably want to focus on the success though, right? Like how to launch a successful true crime podcast. I feel like
maybe, but
same idea though.
Yeah, there's a school of thought there that a lot of those really successful books use that reverse psychology. Like those how-to books use that reverse psychology.
Right.
I'm taking a screenshot of that too.
Okay, that's cool. I see the point there. All right, good. Well, this has been very productive. Very, very productive.
Chris. Mediocrity is kind of my thing. Yeah.
People are afraid to fail. That is true, Astrid, and she is European, so she knows, and so that could track. That could be a good call there. Okay. All right. Keep brainstorming. You want to do these intros, Lance?
Let's rock and roll on these intros.
Okay. Now this is Bex Seabass and MZ Gags for MMM, and Bex Bass for Crawl Space. Little peek behind the scenes here.
It's all fun. It's fun.
Yeah, very fun. Welcome to Crawl Space. I'm Tim here today with Lance. Lance, how are you today?
I couldn't be better. It's Wednesday. I'm wearing my Wednesday recycling shirt, which means that my recycling got picked up successfully.
Well, that's a good thing. I'm wearing my my dark shirt per usual, Lance. And this episode, we have on a good friend, someone who is a legit friend, someone we're even working with, someone whose show we just took onto the Crawl Space Media Podcast Network. Her name is Rebecca Sebastian.
Rebecca Sebastian's show is Dialogue. That's die-alogue. You can check out all of her work at RebeccaSebastian.com. There's a link there to her Dialogue show. It is a brilliant show that takes out all of the, pretentiousness of somebody interviewing another subject about what they're good at. And it is so listenable, and she is such a great host.
She is a great host. Yeah. And she really tries to get to the why in true crime. It's like, why are we fascinated by it? And so it really opens up a wonderful conversation. And she also has yellow tape trivia. which is a very cool true crime trivia show. And Lance, if it weren't for that COVID-19, we would have done a live show with her by now. But we will do it at some point when we can.
Well, I'll tell you what, we are doing a virtual live show with her and John Lorden. Sunday the 30th, we'll be doing a true crime, yellow tape true crime trivia. We're going to be joined by a cast of all-stars, Sarah Turney and Chris Duet from the aforementioned Criminal Perspective, the very mediocre Chris Duet, who should be terrified. Not true. Did I forget somebody? Sarah, Chris,
John
you
Lorden.
and me, John, Rebecca. It's going to be a good time. That is Sunday the 30th, and we'll send out information on that as the date gets closer.
Hold on, what time is it at? Does it say here?
Oh, it's at
8 p.m.
9 p.m. Yeah. 8 p.m.
8 p.m. Eastern, yeah.
Yeah.
And that is at 8 p.m. Eastern, and we will have a link the closer we get to that date. Oh, and we'll be playing to raise money for private investigations for the missing, the nonprofit, of course, started by Brianna Maitland's father, Bruce Maitland, who will be joining us on our live Get Vocal this Thursday, August 20th at 9 p.m. Eastern. There is a link in the show notes for that.
That'll be a good time. We have some special guests that are going to be rotating in the screens. Commitments have come in from Chloe Cantor from True Crime Twins and from Greg Overacker, who is Bruce Maitland's, I can say it's his friend and his personal private investigator. And Greg is going to be joining in along with Chloe. We'll be rotating the screens. Anybody wants to hop on and talk to Bruce, that's great. And I will again volunteer if we get full. Someone wants to hop on, I will volunteer to jump off for a little bit, but only a little bit.
I won't ever jump off.
Nor should you.
Okay, everybody. Hope you like the interview with Rebecca Sebastian. Make sure to subscribe to her show, Dialogue. There is a link in the show notes, and follow her on social media. Thank you very much.
And listen to her show on Spotify and check out all of our other great shows on crawlspace-media.com.
Or you're dead to us.
Or you're dead. Oh, you know what? Should do a little bit about the new logo.
Oh, cool.
Just real quick.
Sure.
And I just wanted to mention really quickly that as we grow as a company, we want to also make the and I want to mention really quickly that as Crawlspace grows as a company, we want to make the distinction between Crawlspace, the media company, and Crawlspace, the podcast about true crime and mysteries. For those of you who are checking out different things on social media that are coming from us, you'll see this gradual shift to a new logo that was actually designed by Jared from Even the Podcast is Afraid. We went back and forth for a little while on this creatively, and figured out the best logo that represented the company and what the company stands for. And I think he really nailed it. And that is popping up on the website. It's popping up on the show cover art. All of the shows have it on their covers now, and various other places where you'd see a logo. It's going to start gradually being included. But yeah, we're moving forward. This is part of the work that we're doing with Rebecca as well.
Great job. Yeah. So great job, Jared from Even the Podcast is Afraid. Go subscribe to that show too. Or you're dead to us.
You're dead. Hit the bricks.
Can I say I've been drinking decaf accidentally for about a week, and it's a whole new world now that I've got caffeinated coffee again. This has been maybe since like Wednesday or Thursday of last week. Friggin' Starbucks, they have a green little decaf thing. It's green. It's light green. What are they doing? I didn't see.
I mean, no. And you know what's ironic about that? I've done that before. What's funny about that is caffeine looks good on you, Tim.
Yeah, that's before decaf.
I've seen that before. I've made that mistake before. And when you look at it, it's big. It's not little. It's not written in a small way. It's big. But the way it's there, you just overlook it. You sent me that
green.
picture.
That's the problem.
What was that? It's green. Yeah.
Green.
I felt like it was like a Where's Waldo thing. You sent me that picture, and I'm like, I don't see decaf on this at all. And then all of a sudden, it pops up, and you're like, well, okay, it's huge.
Wait, can I share my screen? Do I have
new
Adam,
world?
should I share my screen real quick? No, maybe I don't
You
know.
could. You could.
But anyway, how ridiculous. And I'm finally realized it this morning, and it's just been buzzing all day. It's great.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Okay, so moving on. That was a great intro. Great job. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Look at that. Wait, orange. Orange is the universal color for decaf.
Back in the Sanka days.
What are you doing, Starbucks? Really messing with me.
That's why I stick to Criminal Perspectives brand there.
That's right. Black
Clearly
Widow.
not labeled decaf or caffeinated because it's always caffeinated.
Who likes my homemade stress ball too? Look at this.
Oh, I love it.
Is this great? This is what I did. Yeah.
We were having a conversation last week, and I'm surprised it made it through. I was really working it. I was really giving it a test.
If it breaks, it's okay. It's just kinetic sand inside, not toxic. I mean, don't eat it or anything, but you can touch it with your hands.
Yep. Yeah. I thought that was really good singing, actually.
Okay. Quick Missing Maura Murray intro.
F it.
All right. I think we've tackled a lot here today. This has been very productive so far.
Yeah. Thank you so much for hearing us out on this this course.
I know. Even if we were to just lose internet right now, I feel like this is a win. We're playing with house money at this point.
We are. I'm pushing all my chips in. And Lin-Manuel Miranda can't hold water to my singing. Astrid. Shannon was moved by it. Tears. Moved to tears.
Devin says, thanks for the advice not to eat a stress ball. Yeah,
That's
you never know.
That's free advice. Get it while it's free, guys.
If you were to listen to Armchair Detective, anything we say, you could be sued for. So we gotta cover our bases. Okay, quick Missing Maura Murray intro. All right. Welcome back to Missing Maura Murray. I'm Tim here today with Lance. Lance, how are you today?
I'm doing excellent. How are you today?
I'm doing great. We are here. I'm doing great. We have a real new. Okay. I'm doing great. We have a new friend on as a guest today. Her name is Tara, and she is familiar to some people who are out there on Twitter, in the Twitter sphere. She's MZ Gags, and she's been very vocal lately on Twitter. And so we reached out. We said, you've been digging up so much information. We've got to have you on the show.
Exactly. She messages us quite often with information that otherwise we wouldn't be able to have the time or just like the know-how to find some of this stuff that she's pulling up about Maura's case and putting together some connections that are there that we have talked about and said, if there was only that connective tissue, and she can find these things, and she does. And she's a super cool woman, lovely human being, and very informative and very open to talking with us about this, and a very good representative of the Maura Murray community.
Great points, Lance. And this is only part one. We're going to record a part two with her because I feel like we kind of had to cut this interview short because of a busy schedule, but we are recording a part two with her that we will air after this. So I hope you enjoy hearing from Tara. Thank you very much for listening, everybody. Follow us on Twitter, and there's a link to follow Tara. Anything else?
Or you're dead to us.
Okay. Is that it? That's it, right?
I feel like that's good. Yeah. Let's see.
Short and sweet, right? We always got criticism for being long-winded.
Yeah. No, I mean, if you listen to any YouTube comment, don't start listening until minute 7:52.
I know, right? Astrid says she's got a question. Yeah, you can ask question. Oh, for part 2. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. I think actually, though, I'm not sure. Actually, no, it won't. Part 1 will not have aired by the time we record part 2, if that makes sense. We already have recorded part 2 by the time part 1 airs. think I'm not sure if
it's a string theory thing.
This is a lot of caffeine, guys.
Yeah.
Have you guys tried coffee? Has anyone tried coffee?
Have you guys stopped? I just said stopped because I read this is a really interesting. I read Criminal Perspectives text there. This is a really interesting test for focusing right now. Doing intros and looking at the chat box is really difficult.
Honestly, I feel like when I'm on the track, like I feel like nothing can derail me. And then when I like think about something else, like I'm like, oh shit, I'll never find my way back to that track.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I feel my brain is working so fast, it's like getting derailed and then just going like miles into the woods.
I know when I'm starting to lose it, and that makes it worse for me because I'll start thinking like you're gonna lose it. Like I'll sabotage myself. And I'll realize like, oh my God, I'm losing it. Oh, you've lost it.
It's over.
It's over.
All right. Well, let's see. We'll unlock the boxes here. If you want to, anyone wants to hop on for a few minutes, we got a few minutes to shoot the S.
What will the name of my Broadway show be? That's a good question. When I do my Broadway show, I should probably name it after a podcasting pioneer. Oh, you know what? I'll play Aaron Menke, and I'll name it.
I mean, I was just Reindeer Star or Lancy Pants. Ooh, I feel like
Reindeer Star, yeah. And I can say, when you look to the night sky.
What's up?
I like the baddie. It's good. How are you doing, guys?
Good. How are you?
What accent was that? I'm not from. You sound like Chris Duett doing an English accent. He sounds like he's more like Mumbai.
Oh, you're such a joker.
There you go. Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Oh shit! I just broke my stress ball. See this?
Oh, don't eat it. Don't eat it. No. Oh no!
No! Don't do it. A lot more stressful.
But now it's just kinetic sand, you know. It takes one form, you know. It takes another form. Same thing, right?
What is it now? A stress semicircle.
Yeah, stress semicircle. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, it's just sand now. It's sand that kind of sticks together. Yeah, it's pretty
inject it into Christopher. You can't say things like that. God damn. Inject it into your. Oh no, I can't finish that sentence. It's a family show. God damn.
How are you doing, Mark?
Yeah. Yes, not bad. Thank you very much. Yeah, I've just been watching the victim statements.
Oh, good. I haven't checked in yet today.
No, I haven't. I'm going to sit down and watch them all in one go. But I just watched a few of them, and they're nailing it. They're absolutely nailing. More importantly, they're nailing him.
Good.
But it's just they're classy. They're determined. They're just amazing. Amazing statements. They really are. They're pretty dramatic.
Good. Yeah, such strong people.
I like the fact they're talking at him, not to him as well. Do you know what I mean? They're not. I haven't seen any of them like cry. Not that there's anything wrong with it if they did, but they're being really strong. You know,
good,
really strong and taking it to him. So yeah, he'll be hating that. He hasn't flinched yet. He was sitting there completely frozen, trying to stay in control, but he did flinch briefly when they mentioned Bonnie. So she must have some effect on him. If even then he's still flinching when they mention her name, right?
Interesting. Oh,
maybe he had to sneeze.
Probably. Did you hear about the film, the footage they've got of him? How can I put it? Pleasuring himself at a female guard outside his cell, just to prove he's putting on this fake wheelchair crap he's putting on.
Oh man!
Did you hear about that?
No, I did not hear about that.
Yeah, no, they got video of him walking around his cell, doing pull-ups, beating one off to a female member of staff. It's a complete fake. It's a complete farce. It really is a complete farce. How he I mean, even BTK stood up in court and took his crime. Like, you know, he admitted to his crimes, as awful as they were, but at least he stood up and admitted it. And but this guy, his legacy is going to be complete coward, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just going to be a complete coward who's hid in a wheelchair. Go, I admit. You know, it's just pathetic.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Mark, I think we're hearing a little echo. I don't know if you could lower your
Oh no, my
volume.
volume certainly. Yeah, sorry.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
no problem.
A-
Sorry about that.
No worries. Astrid asks, if I grab a spot, will tape shut the camera? Will you believe it is broken? If you say it's broken, we believe you, Astrid. If you want to hop on, go ahead and hop on. I'd say we got maybe like 10 minutes left to go here on this semi-spontaneous Get Vocal.
Semi-spontaneous. He's that stressed out. He's just torn his stress ball into bits. You should get a refund on that, really, because I'm pretty sure stress balls are not actually supposed to break. A bit like Stretch Armstrong,
That's
you know.
homemade.
Well, it's homemade, you know. See,
Is
look,
it? Oh, you can't get a refund off yourself. Really,
yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I got a whole pack of balloons for this purpose. When I break them, I'll just make new ones. See, look at this. Isn't it fun?
Oh, you know what awesome. I wanted to talk about? We just introed Rebecca Sebastian's episode. Do you remember when we recorded that, Tim?
Yeah, it was evening. Yeah, it was a little meandering. Yeah,
it was a little meandering, and my neighbor.
On our part.
Oh well, I think I was out of my mind. I was my flesh was on fire.
Oh, I forgot about that detail. Yes.
Yeah. So
flesh was on fire. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Well, I have. For a long time, and I think I might have mentioned this before. For about 10 years or something, I've broken out in like hives on my body for different, like if it's too humid or stressed out or something.
Not to be confused with one of your beehives.
Not to be confused with one of my beehives, but now I have beehives and regular skin hives.
He just loves hives. He loves hives.
I love in all forms. But my new neighbor, who is a nurse, said that she gets the same thing. There's a name for it that I can't remember what it is. And she gets it. And she said what works for her is that she'll take a Zyrtec at night and what's the other one? Allegra during the day in the morning. I did that, and I think I'm allergic to antihistamines because I had the worst hive breakout I've ever had. All over my body. Hey.
Hello, Astrid.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine. On a good track, let's say.
It's very dark where she is.
Good. Nice to hear that.
Yeah, my camera is broken, and
oh no,
it took a bit of time to look for the take. Did I? No, seriously, I do. I just Lance. Is that serious about histamine intolerance? Were you the one to say
your hives about you being genuinely allergic to antihistamines?
Oh yeah.
Are you allergic to antihistamines?
Oh yeah. It was.
That's a shocker. That's. I've never heard of that before. They're not supposed to do that, are they? You're not supposed to be allergic. Supposed to help you be not allergic to stuff.
Right.
Yeah,
man, that sucks.
Okay, because I figure out that I have an intolerance for histamine.
Really?
Yeah. So that means you cannot eat beep a lot of things.
I can imagine.
Like, for example, grapes, and it's good that I don't drink alcohol because wine is also on the list.
Yeah. Right.
But at least you don't get hangovers then. That's a good sign. That's a good thing. You don't have to suffer hangovers.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a silver lining in all of this.
Yeah.
I can't eat walnuts and I can't ride horses. So if anyone ever wanted to kill me, they'd strap me to a horse and force feed me walnuts.
Well, now you've given away your secrets, Mark.
Yeah, straight up. I turn into Dr. Dolittle. Everything swells up. My throat, my eyes, my nose, everything swells up when I eat a walnut. Big lumps in my tongue.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well-
so I missed where you are from with that wonderful English.
I'll stop it,
Accent?
honestly.
Oh, you mean
No.
mine?
It's so wonderful.
No, she's not talking to me. I think she's talking to the
I'm talking to you.
Oh, are you?
I'm-
Stop it, Astrid. honestly.
Tim, we're
If
matchmakers.
you Google Cornwall, that's where I'm from. Very south in
I
Cornwall.
know. Lance
beautiful-
and
The most beautiful part of England is Cornwall, right in the very south. Absolutely
I
stunning.
know.
Very
I know.
lucky to live here.
Yeah, it's
Don't get much
wonderful.
crime
I
down here, though. Touch wood.
I wanted to visit. You know what I mean? Wanted to go there.
We get cruise ships in all the time from people all over the world, and then they end up staying here. They end up coming back down on holiday and staying here. It's a beautiful part of
I
the world.
believe that. I've seen the pictures at least. There are cliffs.
Let me ask you: have you ever had a Cornish pasty? Anyone here in the chat, or anyone had a Cornish? Your lives will change forever if you have
What is it?
a Cornish pasty. Sounds Elise, right? Elise, that's not on Elise. You can't say things like that. It's not dirty. It's like a
Land.
a Cornish pasty. Your lives will change.
I just Googled it and I was
Forever.
shocked.
It's got to be nice and moist and juicy. No carrot. None of that crap.
Do not ever, ever, ever use the word moist and carrot in the same sentence, please.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, I can see how. Yeah. I can see how that kind of doesn't go, does it? Certainly doesn't make you see in the dark. Put it that way. But yeah, once you guys have a Cornish pasty, your lives will be never the same again. Honestly,
sounds
it's all down to
Wasn't the pasties the last thing the Somerton man ate?
It's not a sandwich. No, it's a pie. It's like a pie with a crust. Beautiful.
Yeah,
it is.
but that's like what was found in his stomach, and he died afterwards. Just saying. I mean, it wasn't Cornish. However, it was Australian.
What was Australian?
You all know the Somerton man, right? The guy who the doe who was found on the beach on the Somerton beach in 1948, and the Tamam Shute case where he had it's such a well-known thing, guys.
Someone was found washed up on a beach. Where?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, well, if you have a link, pop that in the chat. Okay.
Oh,
got it.
Tamad Shud case. Okay, I've not heard of that. I'll have to Google that.
Yeah, however, no offense, but
They've just arrested another serial offender,
it's
haven't they? Let me see what his name was. Hang on.
uh,
Another home invader like the Golden State Killer. His name is from the 80s. Exactly the same way they caught him as well.
Yes,
his name.
this case, also known as the Somerton man.
Golden Coral owner murdered teen in No, that's not him. That's completely not him. Sorry. Great. Yeah, Shelby County from the 80s has just been arrested. A home invader, a bit like Golden State Killer. There's loads out there, chaps, isn't there? There's loads out there hiding.
There's loads of these cases.
So the mystery of the Somerton man is an unsolved case of an unidentified man found dead at Somerton Park Beach, south of Adelaide. The case is named after the Persian phrase tamam shud, meaning ended or finished, which was printed on a scrap of paper found months later in the fob pocket of the man's trousers and so on. And there's a lot of talk about whether he's been a spy, and I can't believe that you guys know that. Please, someone in the chat.
No, I've not heard of that case. I think maybe I've heard the case. I just didn't realise the name of it. What you've just said there.
I've definitely
Okay, gentlemen.
So, talking of
Thank
washing
you.
up, right? A case that
Thank
I came
you.
feet that keep washing up all over Canada. Have you heard
Yeah.
about that one?
Yeah, I've heard
Yeah,
about
of
that.
How
course.
freaky is that? Just feet, nothing
Yeah.
else. Just feet. Sometimes in
Yeah.
shoes and sometimes not.
I guess there's
Um,
scientific reasons for it.
Yeah, they
So
say
what? Yeah, feet are washing up. Sometimes I think is it Canada? It is Canada, isn't it? On the coast of
Yeah.
Canada, and
then- oh,
and the
Canada,
authorities are saying no, not related. And I'm like, okay, just the
they
feet then.
say it is from the 2004 tsunami because feet are
True.
the first thing that when the skeleton falls apart, they get loose first, and when they are still in their shoes, and since it is especially running shoes, what they are kind of puffy or fluffy.
That's a really interesting
Flow.
point. Actually, I didn't think of that.
Flow.
That's a really interesting point. That about the whole tsunami thing.
Shannon brought up something that is even more fascinating and disturbing is that a bunch of Garfield telephones are washing up on a shore.
That's why I laughed. I was like, what?
I heard of that too, but maybe Shannon, do you want to spot?
Let me search on Google for that one.
There was a bunch of rubber duckies that fell in the sea as well, and they've
Okay,
been found all over the world.
Uh,
Oh, see ya, Astrid. Shannon,
Oh,
grab it.
Shannon,
Yeah, she gave her spot up to Shannon.
Oh, okay. We should probably pop off pretty
Oh yeah,
soon.
let's
though.
hear this from Shannon, then we'll pop off.
But yeah, I'd love to hear about this. There's an article.
Let's all talk about Shannon until I'm fascinated about these Garfield I want one. I want to see where you can get them.
Yeah, it's
And
weird.
B, I want to find out where they went.
Looks like France. It's happening.
Astrid, you were fine.
No.
Astrid, your English is better. Astrid, your English is better than mine.
Yeah, Astrid, you sounded great. No,
You sounded awesome, man.
Yeah. Well, thanks everybody for joining us here and connecting on a random semi-spontaneous day. Oh, and it was Astrid's birthday, I think just yesterday. So happy belated
happy
birthday, Astrid. Yeah.
Happy birthday indeed.
She's been a patron of ours for years and really a fan of Crawl Space, and she's even sent us books and things like that. So she's a really a great person.
Aw.
So yeah, we appreciate everything you do, Astrid.
Thank you for doing one in my time. I usually you do it like 4 a.m. my time. So if you could do more in the middle of the day, that would be great. I mean,
We should, you know what, we've always intended to. The last month has been completely loco as far as our intended schedule, and so I feel like this week we're finally kind of back on trying to get ahead. Actually, recording next week's intros midweek. That's like a first for us.
That's unheard of.
So yeah, we are technically we should be able to free ourselves up to do more of this kind of thing. Starting now, I guess.
Yeah, that's something that we've been workshopping real preliminary workshopping, whether we could pull off doing a semi-daily show, something where it's like maybe 3 days a week, 4 days a week, and just keep it quick, keep it 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and a little bit of crime, a little bit of culture, a little bit of politics.
yeah.
A lot of religion, super heavy religion based show.
Yeah, religion and
God
politics.
bless you, my child.
Yep. A lot of,
Yeah, we'll
of
just
God
call it
talk.
just call it religion and politics.
Yep. Religion.
You couldn't get anyone here, just be you two talking.
Yeah, we'll call it the no fun zone.
I mean, that's not a bad title though, for real. Religion.
It's really
The Bible bashers.
yeah, religion and politics.
Hold on, is there
Reverend Crawl Space taking sermon.
but actually not talk about it really much at
Yeah.
all.
Totally
Well,
avoid it.
Hail Mary, full of
completely.
grace, hallowed be thy name.
That's got to be a podcast, right? Yeah.
Oh, it has to be. I'd be surprised if it's not a podcast where
Hmm.
get that domain ASAP.
Oh, I would love to do an episode with you guys one day.
That would be fun,
I
Mark.
don't really do many now. I haven't done one for a while, actually, to be honest.
Yeah, I haven't seen you much on Get Vocal lately. I guess maybe because your name had changed. I think that was part of. I didn't recognize you at first.
Yeah, no, I changed it to because I have got I think you're on it, my a Twitter page where I invite survivors.
Yeah.
And I've had a few really good discussions some relatives, but I'm only doing those at the moment. If you know, I ask people, advocates and survivors and victims to come, and if they want to tell their story and get their case out there, if they haven't got justice yet, you know.
Yeah.
And, you know, like I said, I've had some really, really good guests, but it's pretty emotional, isn't it, listening to some of these cases? You know, it's like Seth Johnson. I don't know if you saw my Get Vocal on that. He was just walking down the street. I would love for you to maybe reach out to his mum, Michelle. He was just walking down the street with a bottle of water, headphones on, going for a late night walk like he normally did, in the nicest possible way. I mean this. He was a geeky kid. He was very much IT orientated. He wasn't into any kind of, how can I put it, macho stuff, if you like. And someone shot him in the back of the head in Berkeley.
Oh man,
Seth Johnson, and his mum's called. And I'll maybe I'll DM you some details or something like that. Yeah. It's just a horrific crime, and I had a really emotional chat with his mum and Tanner, Justice for Tanner's, Voice for Tanner's mum, and I would love to do more, but it's a case of getting hold of these people, not appearing to be some kind of rat or leech, or, you know, it's hard, isn't it? It's hard not to appear to be, because I don't make any money out of it. You know, I'll just do Get Vocals, and then they can share it out on their. But yeah, it was a horrible, horrible crime to learn of, and she's such a brave lady. I'm just trying to get as many podcasters as possible to reach out to her. You know. Yeah,
well, I think as weird as it sounds, it's kind of a catch-22, but it's almost like the more you do, the more people will see that you're legit. You know, and
yeah, I've shared all the conversations on the Twitter page so far.
Yeah.
And they go down really well. It's just I wouldn't mind learning more of people like you guys and Chris Duet and War Baby and people like that, and just doing a few episodes and whatnot, and trying to I'm trying to get more UK people on here so we can do this kind of thing at our time rather than staying up at 4 o'clock in the morning. You know?
Yeah.
Astrid, honestly, stop it.
Well, we gotta get jump off here. We have something else going on at 3. But thank you so much, everybody, for jumping on and talking. And Mark, we will do this more and more opportunities to interact this way. Hopefully, we'll see you around here and on Twitter more. But yeah, we really appreciate it, everyone, for chiming.
No worries. Thanks for doing it, man.
Yeah, tomorrow night, 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Bruce Maitland. So it'll be a bit of a private private investigations for the missing evening. Brianna Maitland, and anything else you want to bring to the table. Join us. Or hit the bricks.
All right, everybody.
Be there or be square.
Thank you very much.